Hi all, and welcome back to the neighborhood. It's your friendly neighborhood reviewer with InToIt Reviews. I wanted to do a follow-up of sorts by taking another look at the CCA CRA. I've been reviewing some pretty impressive sub $35 IMs in the form of the HZ Sound Waist Drum, Astrotech Vesna, and the Moondrop Chew. So I wanted to take a fresh perspective on the CRA and actually get around to making a video about it, and see if it still holds up at $15 in comparison. So let's get into it. The build of the CRA is a plastic shelled IM from CCA. It's not the bulkiest IM or the thinnest IM either, but it fits comfortably in the ear and it's extremely lightweight due to its plastic design. Inside the shell is a 10mm single dynamic with an ultra-thin diaphragm. The included tips are a transparent clear silicone and nothing to write home about. The connection at the base of the IM employs a C-pin connector, and the included cable terminates in a right-angle 3.5mm jack and claims to be a silver-plated copper, but it's a copper color underneath its straight unwoven plastic sheath. In terms of the sound, is the CRA a giant killer as some channels have suggested? Well, no, not really, but I do appreciate what CCA has achieved with this set for its $15 price. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that it's a fine example of what budget can do. Having said that, I want to point out that the CRA isn't exactly going to keep up with newer offerings such as the Moondrop Chew, Astrotech Vesna, or the HZ Sound Waist Drum, especially with regard to its resolution and technical ability. But hey, if the price has to be $15 or less, the CRA is still a viable option. For that price, there really isn't much to complain about. Nevertheless, in my original written review of the CRA, I compared it to the CCZ Melody, K-Bear KS1, and the CCA Coffee Bean, and from a technical performance standpoint, the CRA is more in line with the performance of those IMs, even if I might take the CRA between them. I'll place a link to the write-up at www.intoitreviews.com in the description below. Sound staging of the CRA is similarly intimate, and image distinctiveness and separation of sonics are fine for the price, but not the best in terms of pure performance. With the CRA, this was particularly apparent on busier tracks, but when the soundscape was not overly complex, it performed just fine. Nevertheless, variable, track-dependent diffuseness in the CRA's low end may have contributed to this blurring of sound on occasion, as sonics tended to blur the more the low end was engaged on this set. Furthermore, there was some looseness in general to the low-end presentation of the CRA that was unique to the presentation overall, which was relatively tight and well-controlled otherwise. Vocals on the CRA are significantly pushed forward for both male and female vocalists, but never in an aggressive or harsh manner. The mid-range takes a decided step back behind the vocals in most situations, but sonics were still clear and present enough under most circumstances, suggesting somewhat of a U-shaped presentation rather than a V-shaped one. In any case, I can see this being a budget offering which vocal lovers will likely gravitate to. Nevertheless, the CRA isn't going to surpass the Chew in terms of its vocal performance. The treble and upper mids of the CRA also have some mild forwardness to it as well, but I didn't ever find it to be too peaky in any particular spot, and I really enjoyed the extensions of the treble here overall. These sound like they extended rather evenly out into the later treble, possessing enough air for enjoyment without ever venturing into the land of artificiality. Another area where the CRA shines is with its peripheral detailing and clarity in the periphery. Peripherals are constantly vibrant and push somewhat forward like its vocals, giving the music an additional sense of energy during its playback. Timbre is also not a problem for the CCA CRA, and instrumentation generally appears accurately produced in terms of tonality, transients, and texture. Still, timbre here is slightly warm in the case of the CRA, and significantly less accurate in comparison when one brings the Astrotech Vesna to mind. So, for $15, the CCA CRA has very few flaws despite its tiny price. It doesn't have the largest stage in the world, and its low-end presentation can become somewhat diffuse at times, leading to confusion in the sound profile on occasion. But it's still a well-tuned, mostly tight, and well-controlled single dynamic otherwise. In fact, I'd venture so far to say that it's still one of the best IEMs under $15 right now, but if you can spend a few more bucks, you can certainly do better these days, as the CRA does struggle with sonic separation and distinctiveness on occasion, especially on busier tracks. Nevertheless, vocal nuts are sure to flock to this one for another cheaper beater set. In summation, the CRA as an entry-level single dynamic is a solid technical performer from CCA at a bargain basement price. And before I go, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You can also follow the channel at all its other access locations, including Instagram, Twitter, www.intoitreviews.com, the Discord, or become a member of the Patreon. The Patreon is only $1.50 a month, and it gets you access to early written reviews from me. And with that, I'm out for now.